What's going on, guys? Gonna be playing Backpack Brawl today. See how commentary goes. Dailies, it's kind of like get 60 wins and you kind of fulfilled, all those requirements and you get all these chests. This game's all about creating space, organizing your stuff, and upgrading equipment, and then a very short fight sequence. And this new character might be a little broken that came into the game. Lots of randomness in this game. Sometimes you won't find what you need after a very long time. So you might be screwed over, but you get like 5 tries, 5 lives plus 2. I guess you can watch a few ads, and then so that's kind of like 7 lives in order to get 15 wins, which gives you the best equipment and stuff. Alright, so most recipes are there for things that you're able to make. So over time, the goal is to set up some sort of ideal situation where you can take advantage of the character's abilities. And at this point, I'm out of gold, so I gotta fight. So most weapons require stamina in order to use, so you shouldn't have too many weapons or you're gonna deplete your stamina, and so don't equip like 10 swords. It's not really gonna help you. The use of mana from items, I'm still not quite sure how that works. And then there's these things called pets that don't use any stamina, so that's kind of cool, so they can attack for you. Now there's certain things I kind of remember what to do in order to upgrade. This guy, eventually you're gonna need green stones and then reddish pinkish stones for this guy. For this you need and then eventually you're gonna need a combination of iron ore and coal for this guy. What I have now unlocked, since I discovered sapphire at some point, it looks like I'll need adamantine. This will be my first time forging this hammer. Now the candle is important for a helmet later on, so it doesn't hurt to buy this thing. And there's a lot of different ways to build. A friend of mine had a comment on someone just having a bunch of fruit and bananas and stuff on a build. It's a very valid build. In fact, Nymphadora, the archer, a lot of times I just have food builds, and I don't even use equipment other than bow and quiver and stuff like that. I'm not super highly ranked, and of course this is early game for this dwarf guy. Still kind of a beginner at this game. I'm really curious to see how the end game looks. I think Diamond League is the highest league, something like that. This belt is also important for later. One of these equipments drop random stones, so that's always cool. A lot of times that's how you get your material to, should we call it evolve your stuff? Upgrade your stuff. A lot of times you will not be able to see it in the shop ever. Okay, so this is a very important piece of material. Now the thing is, this guy right here, adamantine, for some reason, I'm never able to see it in the store. I'm just not sure why. At least the last few times I've had to wait for it to randomly drop for me. So you can mix these two in order to get this item, but for Dorf, mixing it with amethyst is the best. And this thing combines with a helm to give you this legendary item. Now, the thing about equipping too many swords being an issue, you'd think there'd be an encumbered issue with too much armor, but not really. So you can have as much armor as you want. What's the ideal setup? I'm not entirely sure. So right now, the only things I can use emerald for are these boots, and it doesn't hurt. Yeah, I'll lock it for now. Since I'm going for equipment this round, I've already bought like a belt and stuff like that. I will reserve it. No coal yet. I'm still waiting on the coal. Oh yeah, I've set it to 3x speed. You can always put it to 1 time speed so you can see what's going on. But I've gotten like a couple characters to like Ruby/Sapphire level, so I have some idea of how things work. So you can keep it slowed down if you want, while you're learning this game. Alright, we'll pick up this guy. And this. I mean, I might have made a pretty big mistake here by picking up rather than scrolling through the shop, because we really have to upgrade the hammer. Kind of behind there. Mistakes like that are kind of forgivable because we're at low level. So not all of the things that we need to be stronger are unlocked. But that also means the opponents are also in a weakened state. So I'm not entirely sure if this Dorf was worth buying. I'm free to play, but you can buy all these characters with gems that you're able to get through a few different ways. So this one's worthless for us because it's for ranged weapons. This gives us crit, and we do have a decent crit modifier, but like I don't have any other things to raise the crit rate. But that might be our only real option. This guy, 40% chance to gain. I might have to buy a bunch of daggers, so it's done. Yeah, no coal. Finally, we got a coal. Alright. Now we just need adamantine. And for this guy, I think we also need an adamantine, right? Yeah, adamantine. Yeah, sapphire, I have no idea when that'll show up. I keep getting emeralds, but like, I think we only need 2 of those. They're so expensive, but they have good things. Like this thing gives you like a haste. The ruby is a pretty good one too. So if you ever see them on discount, it doesn't hurt to just put them in your bag. Alright. This is important for later. I can't use it on the belt yet because I need to use it for this weapon later. Now, let's say you do this, like it's next to each other. You can always lock it out so that it doesn't get used up when you don't want it to be. Like certain things, they end up turning into potions. I tend to make less potions because potions are like one-time use only for the most part. Yeah, I haven't seen any daggers. And usually I have rocks to upgrade daggers. The dagger is a unique piece of equipment that allows you to attack without using any stamina, which is pretty cool. So sometimes I just use a bunch of daggers along with my regular weapon. And this one was bad. I'm gonna need some armor pretty soon. So that is an option. I could do it. Create myself a pet. Yeah, this guy has some interesting pets associated with him. So I did say I was gonna get some equipment, so let's do that. This is part of the plan anyway. Eventually what we'll do is wait, I think we only need one. Oh no, yeah, one more emerald for the boot upgrade eventually. That exclamation point usually means there's some sort of quest involved. Oh, buy food items. which I hardly do for some reason with Dorf. Should I? Maybe I'll buy food if it's on sale. This is the first dagger. And I have no rocks, so I'm not gonna buy it for now. I'm thinking to do that, but safer not to use it right now. No idea when the next amethyst shows up, so our second rock. Well, I think I'll do it. We actually got a plant showing up, and this does help crit rate. And accuracy, for that matter. These things are 85%. So we would raise it to 88% accuracy, which is a good thing. When it's on sale, I'm gonna get it. Fight. This opponent, the character Nymphadora, is probably my favorite so far. Although this dwarf just has a lot of cool things associated with it. Alright, we got a free rock. So, in between a few rounds, I think I'm not sure. There's like 2 areas where you get free equipment. If you're familiar with Honor Duel and AFK Journey, it's sort of like the Fritz's trials, but without the trials. It's more like, hey, pick one of these 3 things for yourself. More accuracy and crit rate. Well, I am gonna have 2 pieces of armor at least. Forge hammers gain 10%. Okay, so the hammer and the equipment. So that would mean the helmet, the boots, and the hammer. So there's 3 things that I can connect. Oh, usually I go with the anvil and some other stuff. This seems like a good idea. And what we'll do is we'll move these guys over a little bit. Yeah, so this is where that organizing comes into play. Helm. Let's put Helm here. Alright. Okay. I did say I see food on sale, but I really do need to get the weapon upgrade. Alright, we gotta buy one of these. I want to make that monster. I want to lay off the food. Wow. Alright. You showed up before. Oh, now we need 2 adamantines. Well. That's just how this game works out sometimes. This guy's kind of cool. Health stealing pet. With the upgrade, you can also do a little extra. I can't. I'm just gonna keep this one spot reserved and leave everything else alone for now. Yeah, so basically as I was free to playing here and there a little bit, all the diamonds I saved up, I ended up buying this guy. Because he seems cool. Alright, so I no longer need this reserved. This guy's on sale. It's a cool bag. Gained some armor in the beginning. If I had more plants, this thing is extremely useful. I could always have a plant build. Yeah, because I think I've seen the wild rose in the shop. That's another plant. Very expensive item, this thing, but extremely useful. It's a matter of space, though. Some of these pets are massive, like a basilisk type thing. So investing in it right now might not be a great idea. Alright. We got a dagger and boots. Let's go, boots. Okay, hang on. Let's position you here. Okay, so that's okay, that's okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy. Okay. Really need that lantern. Alright, I'm just gonna buy a dagger. Never have too much firepower. Alright, reserve a bag. Do we need sapphire for anything else? Oh, potentially. We have a new unlock. But this thing, that's 3 but that's the one thing I'm short on. Yeah, I'm not gonna save you for now. I already need 2 adamantines. I'm gonna get 3 more. Alright. Okay. Another dagger. I can't right now. More sapphire. Well, ruby is necessary for the next step, but still no adamantine, so I'll reserve it for now. Lava rock is cool, but I don't need it right now. I maybe should buy the bag. But man, if the adamantine shows up. Nope, no adamantine. Buy the bag. I don't think I need this guy anymore. Let's toss him. No, I'll wait on that. I pretty much dominated this guy. What's going on? There's a small difference between, I don't know how small, but it's a big difference to me. They have a blade and 2 bows. So not a dagger, but a blade. So it uses stamina. I usually don't have 2 bows unless they give me one of those specialty ones. I usually just use 1 bow. So they probably used up a lot of stamina. I'm not gonna look back at the match, but anyway. I hardly analyze my own stuff. I'm not gonna look at other people's that closely. Okay, Ruby. Man, I really need that adamantine. So it's on sale. I could either start with extra health or gain 6 shields. It's only an 8% chance. You know what? Let's just do this. Swap it out. Didn't cost me anything. Oh my god. The sapphire. No, but the huge limiter is the lack of adamantine. adamantine. I really need that. Now resetting usually costs 1 gold. After a few resets it goes up to 2, so I think I'm gonna save my money this round. Yeah, I lost this one. He's got all the cactuses. Okay, dagger upgrade. Oh, let's put them here. Man, this is sad. Regen. Should I get it? No. More daggers. Man, I'm not getting the adamantine. I'm gonna roll. This sucks. I got more sapphire. Well, this fills up the last space over here. Man, this run is disappointing. It's out of my control anyway. I guess in hindsight I should have just picked up every dagger. Free gems, always cool. Okay. Extremely useful piece of equipment here. Worth it to save it. But no, I can't reserve more spots. I really need that adamantine. Also pretty cool. Yep, you read that right. I'm just gonna buy this now. No adamantine. Again. Crushed. Yeah, everyone's getting their upgrades. Alright, I'm gonna be back in a second. Get through these ads, get my 2 extra lives. Alright. I mean, finally. Free lava. Finally. Okay. Too little, too late, who knows? And we need another adamantine. No. It's a mystery. what that's gonna look like. I'm just clearing out some space because I have a rough idea of what the evolved weapon looks like. Alright. Ooh, that worked out. A little sigh of relief. Alright, let's build our crystal monster. Next round. Or I just sell you. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get that crystal monster on the way too. Dang, got killed. He already has all those, man, way ahead of me in development. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna need another dagger. I only have one plant to take advantage of this. Let's just buy this for now. Last life. Let's see what happens. The evolved weapons really helped. Alright. Now I can actually. The rocks are now reusable. Usually a rock only has one time use. Like basically you throw it at the opponent. Not bad to have more of. Not terrible either, but I really need better, slightly better upgrades. It's on sale. dagger. I think I'm gonna do that. So I use both lavas to upgrade. Could. Oh, wow. There's another monster. So this won't really evolve the weapon. For some reason, it has to be connected this way to the actual dagger. But I'm hardly getting any lava. Is there a gold monster? No, okay. A gold shovel. Still only one plant. Not much help, but at least I have evolved equipment now. This looks scary. It might be game over. Oh, made a comeback. Okay, so you are a rock. No, you're not. No. Okay. I'm gonna do it. Wow, now that adamantine starts showing up. Hook dagger. Lava. And ruby. 12 wins. 3 more to get the full points. Yeah. Ooh, that one was close. And yeah, this Nymphadora also has 2 bows. 3 bows and a dagger. And it almost beat me still. Yeah, the bananas and the apples help with gaining stamina, so there is that. But still, like how you didn't run out of stamina. I'm amazed. That's crazy. I'm assuming this helped you a lot, the cleansing. Anyway. Let's buy this round. Screw it. How do I even make the lava monster? Like, when it comes to space, I'd have to dump some things. Might not work. Damn. Okay. Doesn't matter, because I got destroyed. Anyway, guys, let me know if you've tried this game out. It's interesting to me. All prep and the battle is pretty much automatic, so. Anyway, it always sucks not to get that final gold chest. But still, not a very ideal run, but still got like 13 wins out of it. So, until next time, guys, take care.